play up-tempo, shoot a lot of threes. So at least Cascade has seen that style a couple of times in their league, whereas Beckman really hadn't so much in the WAMAC. But so if they can survive that initial surge defensively that Northland will bring at them, and then you're right, they're going to have to dictate tempo. And this is a score that's going to probably, if Cascade's going to have an opportunity to win, it's going to have to be in the maybe upper 30s, lower 40s, and that's going to be a real challenge. But Beckman did that for the most part, the first half especially Tuesday night. We'll see if Cascade can do that here for 4 quarters tonight. And if they can, they're definitely going to give themselves an opportunity to win.
Yes, indeed. And Bill Logan, to that point, you had the Cascade game on Tuesday night down in Maquoketa against Tipton. As Tipton actually led early in that game, Cascade overcome the adversity playing in the practice jerseys of Maquoketa and got through all that. And Jake Brindle and company, they're going to come with a similar approach that Beckman did on Tuesday night, you would think. Northland probably has never seen a team like Cascade fundamentally sound. Can they take care of the basketball better? They're going to have to tonight if they're going to stay in this game.
Yeah, they are. Cascade's been known for years and years and years for that zone defense and just kind of slowing things down. Each team's averaging giving up 41 points defensively. But the offense is where it's different. Cascade's averaging 53. Northland's averaging 91. So they've got to figure out how to slow the pace of this game down. They can't let this game get above 25 points, 30 points at halftime, or they're going to be in big trouble. But Cascade does a tremendous job, and they're going to have to do that offensively tonight and be able to work the ball around, take time off the clock, slow the game down, and get good shots every possession. They just can't come down and take one pass, take a shot right away.
As for Northland, it's their first ever 2A sub-state game after being in Class 1A for 7 years. They've won the last 2A sub-states in Class 1A they've participated in, including 2 years ago here at Cedar Gymnasium against Clayton Ridge, as they have an overall record of 1-1 here all time at Cedar Gymnasium. Does Northland. Cascade is 3-1 here in recent years, including 2 sub-state tournament, one district final win, and 1 sub-state win. Also have a sub-state loss here exactly 6 years ago tonight, February 23rd, 2013, to MFL Marmac, 52-40. For Northland, starting off, Jake Hilmer, the outstanding All-Stater, David Seaver, Trevor Bogey, Austin Miller, and Carter Johnson. Aaron Huffman, the All-Stater for Cascade on that All-Tournament team. It's the Class 2A defending champions from a year ago. Won their first ever basketball title on the boys' side of Cascade a week after the girls won their first ever. Reed Roush, Michael Trum, Carter Green, and Tom Napper are the other starters for Cascade. Opening tip on the way. Back after this from KFCH Sports.
Edgewood Feed Mill, where improved nutrition and modern technology produce healthier food for healthier living. The Edgewood Feed Mill, your full feed and grain service and U.S. feed dealer in Edgewood.
This is Jamie Vasky from Don & Walt LLC, your independent Lennox dealer in Manchester. For residential or commercial plumbing, cooling, and heating needs, and top-quality Lennox furnaces and air conditioners, see Don & Walt LLC on East Main Street, Manchester, or call 927-2232.
The Woodland Eye Clinic, providing the best in quality eye care and eyewear in the Dyersville, Elkader, West Union, and Guttenberg communities. For a lifetime of healthy vision, be sure to schedule an appointment with the friendly staff and doctors at the Woodland Eye Clinic.
Family fun and great food await you at Lightning Lanes Family Center and Captain and Tennille Sports Bar. Come out for a fun night of bowling or watch the big game on their 10-foot HD big screen. And, of course, great food and your favorite beverages. Lightning Lanes Family Center and Captain and Tennille Sports Bar, East Main Street, Manchester.
Holtz Construction in Manchester, your local contractor for all your ag construction needs. Terry and the staff at Holtz Construction support all area athletes and are here to serve you.
Farmers Savings Bank proudly supports all area athletes and their coaching staff. For all your banking needs, visit them in Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, Arlington, and Aurora, or online at farmersavingsbank.com. Member FDIC.
East Buchanan Telephone has been providing outstanding customer service to local areas for over 50 years. Services include high-speed internet, DSL, wireless internet, HD video, business and residential phone service, and more. Call East Buchanan Telephone for more information.
Insurance is a contract to protect what you value most, whether you're auto, home, business, health, and even your life. People's Insurance Agency, partnering with Heritage Mutual, has been protecting your assets for years. Please call your local insurance advisors located at 1212 West Marion Street. People's Insurance Agency delivers peace of mind.
The staff at Bowenkamp Murdoch Funeral Home and Cremation Services in Manchester and Clifton Murdoch Funeral Home in Earlville are proud to support all area athletes and coaching staff in tournament action. Wishing you continued success from Bowenkamp Murdoch Funeral Home in Manchester and Clifton Murdoch Funeral Home in Earlville.
If you are in need of rental equipment such as skid loaders, high-reach forklifts, and man lifts, contact Jason at Moyle Rental Services or check out our website at moylerentalservices.com. Moyle Rental Services of Manchester wishes all area athletes and coaches the best of luck.
And back into Cedar Gymnasium. We're underway. Cascade gets a tip going left to right at 6:59 of the way in this Class 2A Sub-State final as a three up top by Reed Roush. No good. Pinball's out backside, rebounded by Jake Hilmer. Hilmer, all-time leading scorer in North Linn basketball history, surpassing Nicole Miller from the girls' side with 22:07 as he had 26 points the other night. Now 2,223. Number 13 on the all-time list of points leaders as he drives, puts up a shot, no good off the right side. Cascade comes back with it, going left to right. 7 minutes and counting here in the first quarter. Skip pass, Huffman to the left corner. Roush for another three. Got it to go. There's Reed Roush. The three ball, the game plan right away. Find that three-point open shooter and try to knock him down. Cascade's 1 of 2 so far. They lead this game 3-0.
Roush has taken both of those shots, and both have been wide open.
Indeed, we'll see if North Linn clamps down on that. As up top is Hilmer. 6.5 to go, a little contact. Hilmer gets rid of it. Jumper for Miller, and that is good. Austin Miller gets his first field goal of the game. As Austin Miller, the youngest brother to Nicole Miller, the senior at Drake, second all-team at points-wise at North Linn. 11 points a game for Austin Miller. Right side, this is Michael Trum. Now back up top to Huffman. As Huffman having a tremendous season after overcoming an ankle injury early on. He missed 4 or 5 games there during that stretch. Cougars coming in 15-6. There's a shot inside, put up there by Carter Green. It's rebound in the middle of the lane by Hilmer. Back come the Lynx, down by 1. Hilmer drives at first, going to have a reach-in contact foul called on the right side of the lane. The baseline inbounds underneath. As the officiating crew, Thomas Eckenrod from Charles City, Colin Friesman of Green, and Gregory Hinn from Nashua. State tournament crew here in this sub-state contest. 3-2, the 1-point Cascade lead. Hilmer on the right side, drives all the way in, puts up the floater, got it to go. Over 2 navy blue jerseys, and Hilmer is on the board, his first 2 points of the night, and the first lead for North Linn, 4-3.
Way too good of a look there for Jake Hilmer. Really penetrated the zone pretty easily.
There's the steal. Roush having trouble bringing up. Bogey over the timeline all the way in and good. And North Linn on the tops in the state with steals as they come in with 384 steals. You compare that, Cascade on the season, only 194. And here's a pushing foul there. Too aggressive on the press call on a bogey that time as Trevor will pick up his first, team number 1.
And Cascade can't afford to give up those kind of points that easy with a steal and just a breakaway layup. And you got to work too hard to get points. You can't give them up that easily.
Inside to Green from Huffman. Huffman will bring it up, going one-on-one. Now a little pressure here, 2-2-1. As it's knocked away by North Linn. Sieber all the way in, batted out of there by Harris Huffman as Sieber drove. And the baseline inbounds underneath. 6-3. Lynx have their largest lead of 3. 5:03 to go, quarter number 1. Very good crowd in the Seedorf Gymnasium. Holds 1,780 fans. Not filled. We've seen it filled for a Cascade NFL Marmac game before. Sieber for a deep 3. No good off the back of the rim. Rebounded outside the lane by Michael Trump, and back come the Cougars. Roush against the press, gets the right side of Trump. Trump dribbles to the right wing. Now back up top to Roush. Free throw line is Carter Green with it. Now up top to Huffman. Huffman and Roush. Two of the Cougars have played majority minutes from this team returning. State defending champions. They lost 4 starters, 9 seniors on that team a year ago. Went 26-1 on the first ever boys state basketball tournament. Beating Trainer in the final game on that Friday afternoon last March. There is a drive and a pass inside, deflected away. Helmer comes away with the steal. Helmer, deep three, left side from downtown. Dundee got it to go. Jake Helmer with the triple. And it's a 9-3 lead at timeout Cascade. The 6-point advantage for the Lynx. And Coach Brindle wants to talk things over with a 30-second timeout. So recognizing the shooters, getting a little pressure on Hilmer and company. Other adjustments here. Coach Brindle talking over in that huddle.
Yeah, with that 2-3 zone, they're going to try to pack that in a little bit, but North Lynn's got too many three-point shooters. You can't guard them all. And Sieber's great at three-pointers. Hilmer's good at it. The other Hilmer's good at it. Miller's good at it. You know, and as soon as you start drawing them out, then that's when Jake's going to drive by and get an easy bucket.
But there's 2 things right now. Number one is Cascade's a little bit too soft with the ball against this pressure. They got to be strong with the basketball. They get these ball fakes. They got to meet their passes. The other thing is, how long does Cascade stay in the zone? If this game begins to get away from them a little bit, he may have to make some adjustments. Coach Brindle, that is.
Huffman getting inbound to Roush, guarded by Bogey. 9-3 North Lynn. 4 minutes and counting here in the first quarter. Right side is Huffman. Huffman up top, guarded by Sieber. Now right side to Roush. Huffman, nice backdoor cut there by Napper off the window and good. Tom Napper gets his first field goal of the night. Napper comes in. The 6th leading scorer with 3.8 a night for this Cascade team is Napper's one of the 7 seniors on the squad. Bogey drives all the way in, puts it up off the window and good. Good move in there by Bogey. Went one-on-one and won the challenge that time. It's 11-5 back to a 6-point North Lynn lead. 3:20 counting here in quarter number 1. Driving in is Roush. Contact there. Nothing called. Off the window and good by Reed Roush. As Miller tried to sell the offensive foul. Nothing doing. Roush gets his first bucket of the game. His second bucket, I should say. Go along with that 3. Roush, the second leading scorer, with 12.4 a night. 11-7 now. North Lynn by 4. The 7th ever sub-state for North Lynn, the 13th for Cascade since 1993. They have a record of 10-2 in sub-state games. North Lynn is 4-2. Inside, hit on the head was Miller, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2. With Napper going to get called for that foul from behind. And it is on Tom Napper. That'll be his first, team number 2 here.
That was a great drive and a great dish and wide open, and cost him an assist on it because that, it was just, that was a great play, and that's why he's as good as he is. That's why his stats look like they are.
As Miller makes the first free throw. He's got 3 points now. Austin Miller, 4th leading scorer of the team with 11.7 a night. He's a 72% free throw shooter, second best on the team behind Jake Gilmer. 12-7 North Lynn, 2:48 to go, quarter 1. No good, too strong off the back of the iron that time for Miller. And the Cougars get it in form of Roush. 2-2-1 pressure applied still here by North Lynn. Austin Hilmer has checked in, the freshman brother to Jake, son of Mike, and grandson of Bob. Mike and Bob, the co-head coaches for North Lynn. This one's pinball around, steal by Miller. Here's a fadeaway by Hilmer, a block away there by Carter Green. And the Cougars will come back with it. Travis Griffith is the assistant coach for North Lynn. Roman Hummel, Nate McMullen, Eric D'Souza are the assistant coaches for the Cascade Cougars. Jake Brindle in his 3rd season at the helm of Cascade Cougar basketball. Mike Hilmer, 20th year at North Lynn, 28th overall. And there is going to be a foul called on Cascade. Legal moving screen, and we go back the other way, North Lynn basketball.
Cascade was trying to get the ball inside to Harris there, and I think they need to get him going as he's their leading scorer. He is yet, I don't believe he's taken a shot yet, and we're just under 2 minutes left in the first quarter.
Hoffman picks up his first foul there, 12-7. North Lynn by 5. Aaron pass almost. Miller comes back and gets it. Helmer let it go. Miller was walking away from the basketball. Miller able to grab it before it bounces out of bounds. 1:40 and counting here in the first quarter. 5-point Northland lead. They've led by as much as 6. Bogey near travel. Free throw line. Gets it back. Fadeaway jumper. No good. Left short. Rebounded by Cascade. And here come the Cougars now. Hesitation dribble. Left wing. Double team there. In trouble with it is Trouble. Lots of contact there. Nothing called. They let it go. Boy, they're letting them play physical. Here's Huffman for a 3. Air ball underneath. And rebounded by Trevor Bogey. 1:15 and counting here in the first. 12-7 all the way in. This is going to be a contact foul called there as Jake Hilmer will go to the line to shoot 2. Called on Napper.
Yeah, it's going to be his second, team's 4th.
Hilmer to the line for his first time tonight, Jake. 87% free throw shooter. First one up, nothing but nylon. He'll have one more. 6 points on the night for Jake Hilmer. Incredible 3-sport athlete on his way to play 2 sports at Upper Iowa in Fayette. He'll play baseball and basketball. Second one is good as well. And 7 points for Hilmer now. One of 37 boys over 2,000 all-time. Iowa High School basketball all-time assists and steals leader. Only player to have 2,000 career points and over 1,000 assists as well in the history of basketball. And there is a foul called as Reed Roush drove baseline. Contact came. Cascade will keep the ball baseline inbounds underneath. They call the foul on Austin Hilmer, his first, team number 2. 14 fouls on the Cougars. Under a minute to go. It's a 7-point lead now. Largest of the game for Northland. 14-7. Driving in. Carter Green up off the window with the left hand on the left side. Carter Green gets his first field goal of the game as Green, the 3rd leading scorer for the Cougars, cuts the lead to 5. Hilmer has it, throws it off the leg of Green as it's going to go over the half-court line, and it'll be Northland basketball still. Hilmer will get it and dribble it over that WD logo at half-court. Bounce pass to Siebert, back to Hilmer. 25 seconds of counting, quarter 1, 14-9. Northland between the legs dribble all the way in. Passes it off. Miller. And we have a pushing foul called underneath as Hilmer trying to avoid that offensive foul. There was a little contact there as the defender for Cascade hit the floor trying to draw it, but nothing doing. As a pushing foul called underneath as Austin Miller will go to the line to shoot 2 as they call that foul on Will Rolling.
Again, though, Hilmer able to penetrate this zone pretty much whenever he wants to, and he's dropped the ball off a couple different times now to Miller that's resulted in free throws.
Miller makes the first one. He'll have one more, and he sinks that one as well. 3 of 4 from the line tonight. Austin Miller has 5 points. 16-9. 15 seconds and counting here in quarter 1. This one's over the timeline. Will Rolling has it up top. Young man has battled back from having cancer early on in his high school career. Driving in, put up and good. Harris Huffman for the right side. His first field goal comes at the end of the first quarter. 16-11 in favor of Northland. A 5-point lead at the end of quarter number 1. To the second quarter we go. This is Area Boys Sub-State Basketball from KMCH Sports.
Winthrop Blocker does all custom and specialty processing and third-party labeling. Stop by the Winthrop Blocker for a large selection of award-winning bacon, sausage, jerky, a variety of broad steaks, and more. Visit them online at winthropblocker.com and on Facebook.
Susie Meyer with Exit Realty has been serving the Manchester, Delhi, and surrounding areas with all their real estate needs. Call Susie Meyer with Exit Realty. She has a proven track record and is ready to work for you. Good luck in tournament action from Susie Meyer with Exit Realty.
Viafield is your headquarters for all your seed, chemical, and fertilizer needs. They have professional service and quality products needed to bring the best crop to market. Viafield, providing growth opportunity for 18 locations across northern Iowa and southern Minnesota.
C&J Dirt Works in Delaware is here to help you with your tile work, new construction, rock hauling, and more. Contact Chad at C&J Dirt Works to help you with your spring and summer projects, offering free estimates.
Second quarter underway. A little jumper from 10 feet out. Knocks it down. Austin Miller with his second field goal as he's got 7 points now. That's how our second quarter starts. North Linn up by 7 now after the 16-11 first quarter lead. 18-11 now. Roush tries to pass through Jake Hilmer's hands, and that doesn't usually work too well as Hilmer able to get his fingertips on it and track down the ball and go back the other way. That's going to be a kick ball off the left foot of Carter Green as it's Hilmer, Miller, Sieber, and Bogey, the 5 for North Linn. Huffman. In there is Logan Otting now. Also Green, Roush. And there's a drive by Hilmer. Split defenders, put it up and good. His third field goal. And the Lynx up by 9 all of a sudden. Their largest lead of the game here. Also in there is Michael Trum for Cascade. Bounce pass inside. Green almost slid that pivot foot, able to keep it, put it up and good. Carter Green gets his second field goal tonight. He's got 4, back to 7-point lead North Linn, 20-13. Hilmer right side, Bogey for a 3. Trevor Bogey no good, left short. Front side rebound, it pinballs around. They're going to call it off of Cascade. It'll stay North Linn basketball. And the Cascade people don't like that call. The student section and a blackout on the far side.
They were probably correct, too. They're really good set of eyes over there.
Yeah, right. Yeah. There's a lot of them. They're never biased.
They're never wrong.
6:40 and counting here in the second quarter. The 7-point lead. For North Linn, the number 1 team in Class 2A, trying to get back to the state tournament for the 3rd time in a row. The Cougars have been there 7 times in 9 years. There's a 3 for the right side, no good. Rebound all the way out top of the key by Trum. And here comes Cascade, 20-13 North Linn. Rouse drives in, it's knocked away. He gets on the floor for it. It's going to be a jump ball. He's tied up with Trevor Bogey right in the middle of the lane. The possession arrow points Cascade. It'll stay Cougar basketball. Baseline inbounds underneath. 20-13 North Linn, 6:17 to go, quarter 2.
That's at least the 5th tip ball or intercepted pass. North Linn is just so active defensively.
Yeah.
They play hard from behind, too.
So aggressive. There's a left to elbow jumper. Fade away from 15 feet on the left side. Harris Huffman gets his second field goal. The athletic player, a football player as well. The quarterback, football season, as Huffman being looked at by Kirkwood and UD to play basketball. There's a drive inside and contact coming there. Bogey tried to go back up with it, couldn't get it. Hilmer was the one who drove. And the on-the-arm foul called on Cascade as Otting will get called for his first foul. Otting heading to Iowa State to play football for the Cyclones. Hilmer, first one is up and good. He'll have one more. He's 3 for 3 from the line so far. He's got 10 points. This one rims around and curls out left side, rebounded by Huffman, and here comes Cascade. 21-15, 6-point advantage for North Linn. Steal opportunity there. Hilmer swatted away, but out of bounds. Will stay Cascade basketball.
Cascade with 6 turnovers so far here in the contest. North Linn still with 0, and that's a lot of that 6-point deficit here is just the amount of turnovers. But North Lynn's doing a tremendous job of jumping passing lanes and creating those.
Right side drive, Roush, nice pass. Green off the window and good. Carter Green, another good look inside and able to finish it. Cascade down by 4, 5.5 to go. Inside, Hilmer off the window, high off the window, bounds around and drops on down. Jake Hilmer with his 4th field goal of the night, 23-17. I think that's one of the most important things for this offense for Cascade. When you do get looks, take advantage of it. We saw a few of those chances go by the wayside the other night for Beckman. And when you do get opportunities against this scrappy defense, you've got to capitalize.
Absolutely, because you are going to be limited potentially with possessions. And so you've got to take advantage of those possessions and those looks when you do get them.
Trum, nice save by Roush on the far side as he's falling out of bounds into the little kids section there. He threw the ball back into Trum. Trum now top of the key 3, bounds around, no good. Rebounded front side by Hilmer, and Jake will bring it over the timeline with the high right-handed hip-high dribble. Get in the short corner, now inside cutting wide open was Austin Miller off the window and good. The third field goal tonight for Austin Miller. He's got 9 points. 4.5 to go. Back to an 8-point lead. Too much contact there called on Austin Hilmer that time. That'll be the second on the younger Hilmer. 25-17. The 4:25 mark here in this second quarter of play as Carter Johnson comes back in. He joins Hilmer, Miller, Bogey, and Sieber, the 5 for North Linn. It's Roush, Huffman, Trum, Green, and Otting, the 5 for Cascade. 25-17 North Linn, 4:15 and counting second quarter. Green has it up top, now Trum. Right side of Roush, back to Trum. Surveying, now left side, Huffman. Huffman guarded by Miller. Crossover dribble, left side, wide open 3. Carter Green, no good. Off the side of the rim, bounds in the middle of the floor. Reed Roush going for the rebound. Contacts Jake Hilmer while in the air, gathering the ball. And the pushing foul called on Reed Roush. That'll be his first, team number 7. That'll be 1-and-1 bonus shooting here for Jake Hilmer.
I think you're probably going to see a steady flow of Jake Hilmer to the free throw line tonight because he's able to get into the zone, as I said earlier, pretty much whenever he wants to, and either score or get fouled, or he's been ditching. I mean, he's been pretty much shredding it here by himself here in this first half.
87% free throw shooter on the year, 85% in his total career, the senior, and no good on that one for Hilmer. It's a rebound by Tom Napper, just checked back in for the Cougars. Double team on the far side. Napper in the corner, gets it out to Huffman. Huffman thought about the 3, gets rid of it. Sieber comes and meets him at the top of the key. Left side, this is Roush. 25-17 North Linn, 3.5 to go. Huffman for a 3 now, no good. Clings off the front of the rim. After hitting the side and the back, all the way down, Hilmer, no good. He leaves it too long off the backside, rebounded by Huffman. The back comes Cascade, 3:20 and counting here in this first half of play. 25-17, wide open in the middle. Roush, the pass from Napper, contact. Roush putting up again, hit on the arm. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
It's a good find of Roush by Napper there from his short corner, and both Green and Roush have been very active here so far in the early going here for Cascade, and they need that. But I still think they really need to get Roush going. He hit that shot right at the end of the first quarter, and you thought maybe he would carry that momentum into the second. And he has hit one other shot, but of course he has David Sieber on him as well defensively, which isn't going to make it easy.
Not easy task as either is Sieber very good defensively, had a great effort the other night against Michael Keegan of Beckman, and Roush goes the line, knocks down 2. He's got 7 points. That's Reed Roush, the second that he scored, 12 points tonight, a 68% free throw shooter, back to a 6-point North Linn lead. 3 minutes and counting here in the second quarter. This high-powered North Linn offense, averaging 91 a game, and a drive right there. Bogey making it look easy off the window and good. Trevor Bogey has his 3rd field goal tonight. He's got 6, and it's back to 8, 27-19, 2:50 and counting, quarter 2. Roush left wing, gets rid of it. Huffman for a 3, left corner, good. Harris Huffman books it from the left wing. His first 3 of the game for Huffman with 14 points tonight. That's his 40th 3 of the year. He's 40 of 83, coming in 48%. Harris Huffman has the second and 3rd best season 3-point shooting all time in the history of Cascade basketball. He's top 15 in steals, top 12 in points and rebounds, as top 10 in assists. We have contact called. We got here blocking foul going to be called on Cascade. Carter Johnson goes to the line to shoot. A holding foul called. One of the bonus coming is a call of foul on Cascade. Who'd they give it to, Billy?
They haven't shown it. I think it might have been Hoffman.
Yeah, that makes sense. There was a 2 at the end of it, so it had to be 42, right? As Johnson makes the first one, a timeout now. Coach Hilmer takes a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here, 28-22 in favor of North Linn. One more free throw coming for Carter Johnson. As that's, did they give it? No, they didn't give it to him. They
didn't give it to anybody, yeah.
No, they haven't.
They put it up as a team foul, but not as an individual foul.
Huffman still only has 1 foul.
I saw the 2, and it was either a 3 or 4 on the other hand, and 42 is the only one in there, so I'm assuming it's got to be Harris Hoffman.
Well, 22 is in there as well, but it did not look like 22.
It didn't look, exactly. It was either 3 or a 4.
They still haven't put up there. That'd be a big one to have Huffman have 2 fouls already.
Definitely.
2:16 to go here in the second quarter. A 6-point Northland lead. Carter Johnson will be on the line to shoot one more for Northland. Trying to get to the 2A state tournament for the first time. They've been to state 4 times, all in 1A, and this one's air ball. Goes out the inline, and Cascade will get the basketball coming up to Class 1A runner-up. So these two teams in their respective class championship games a year ago, meeting in SUBSTATE here, trying to get back there in the 2019 state basketball tournament. Napper comes up with the loose ball. Roush all the way in, can't get it to go. It dances off the front of the rim. Miller trying to get the ball away from Will Rolling, and Rolling grabs the hand of Miller. Just a little contact foul there. Cascade faithful don't like it, but Rolling kept on going. It definitely was contact. A little grabbing foul call there. Rolling will pick up his second. As on the line now will be Austin Miller. He's 3 for 4 from the line so far tonight with 9 points.
Was a tough call, but at the same time, Roush needs to finish that layup. That's one of those opportunities at the rim. The Cascade's got to convert there. Now we go the other way, and Northland's at the free throw line.
And Miller knocks down another one. 29-22 Northland, the 7-point lead. They've led by as much as 9 in this game. The second one trickles on down as well. 30-22, 8-point advantage here for the Lakes. 1:55 and counting, second frame. Dribbling over the timeline, left-handed, thigh-high dribble is Trum. He's double-teamed left wing. It's knocked out of bounds as he tries to get it extended left wing. Is Carter Johnson, long, active arms there, knocking that one out of bounds before it can get to its intended target, Reed Roush. 30-22, 8-point Northland lead. Bringing up with the high yo-yo dribble is Rolling. Right side of Trump. 1.5 to go. This one's knocked away by Bogey. Trying to get it to Roush. Helmer now behind the back. Look there. Can't finish it with Bogey. It pinballs around and jump ball call. One of the Cougars got their hands in there to tie up Trevor Bogey. And it'll stay Northland basketball.
How'd he get that pass through there?
My goodness.
Oh,
that was
man.
amazing pass. Jeez. But yet at the same time, you see the Northland fans, they don't even bat an eye. They're just so used to it.
That's just an average pass.
Very common for them.
Yeah.
Now you see why he's got as many assists as he does. Exactly. He just makes some passes that not many other players could see.
Absolutely.
Even execute, let alone see that I could make that pass.
Over 1,000, the all-time leader in Iowa boys history, Jake Hilmer, 30-22, 120 and counting here in the second. Hilmer gets it into Miller. Miller drives, will kick back out. Hilmer, pump fake now, puts it on the floor, guarded by Huffman, or by Carter Green, and now he gets out of there. Miller for the 16-foot jumper, no good. Off the middle of the lane in the hands of Reed Roush. And this is Rolling. Gets the pass. Carter Johnson almost picked it up off in front of the Northland bench. Driving, twisting, turning. Huffman, the 17-footer inside the left wing. Got it to go. That's his 4th field goal of the night. As Harris Huffman puts it back within 6, 30-24 deep. 3 there from downtown Delhi. No good. It rebounds out in the middle of the lane to Bogey. Now back out to Hilmer. 30 seconds and counting as they'll try to set things up for the last second shot here. Hilmer runs the show up top, standing on that WD logo at half court. Here at Seedorf Gymnasium. This gym wrapping up its 10th season here tonight. It opened up in 2009. Final game of the basketball season here tonight. Siebert. Left elbow, Johnson, 5 seconds. Miller thought about the 3. He's going to drive in, puts up the 12-foot jumper. No good off the backside. Rebounded by Roush. And that's the end of the second quarter as Reed Roush throws it all the way distance. It was shortened to the left, but what a baseball toss there by Reed Roush from the other end near the basket. No wonder why Reed Roush is being looked at by Loris and Co. for baseball. 30-24, the 6-point Northland lead. We go to halftime. Stats and analysis coming up when we come back. This is area basketball. Cascade and Northland favor from KMCH Sports.
The Eastern Iowa Shopping News and the Dyersville commercial recognize the hard work and dedication of all area athletes. Check out the weekly sports section in the commercial for scores and information. The Eastern Iowa Shopping News and Dyersville commercial, supporting your communities.
Community Insurance in Edgewood is proud to support all area athletes and wish them the best of luck in tournament action for all of your auto, farm, business, and home insurance. Community Insurance in Edgewood cheering you on to victory.
For fan food, not fast food, visit your after-the-game headquarters, Manchester Dairy Queen. It's quick, it's easy, your family will love it. Manchester Dairy Queen.
Nutrient Ag Solutions in Winthrop, the world's largest provider of crop inputs and services. Contact Nutrient Ag Solutions in Winthrop to profit from their experience.
Your family.
It's no secret that people come to Fairway in Manchester for their famous meats, but as you dash back to the counter to pick up your USDA choice ribeyes, don't be surprised if you find yourself lingering among the delicious fruits and vegetables in the produce department. Shop Fairway in Manchester for low prices and all your grocery needs.
Himes Awards provides high-quality awards and custom laser engraving for any occasion. Himes Awards, located inside the Pro Shop of Lightning Lanes in Manchester. Stop in or go to HimesAwards.com.
Just like a great coach, State Farm agents like me, Julie Smith, can help you develop a game plan for your insurance needs. Whether it's car, home, life, health, or business insurance, I can dig into the playbook and help you find the affordable coverage you need. For all your insurance needs, call on a winning team. The Julie Smith State Farm Agency in Manchester.
Beck's, the largest family-owned retail seed company in the U.S., is dedicated to the needs and profitability of farmers. With access to the most diverse genetic and trait offerings in the world, Beck's provides farmers with the right products for their farm. To place a Beck's seed order, contact your local seed dealers, Don and Lori Kuhn in Coggin, Corey Fobb in Piasta, and the Aurora Elevator.
J&D Catering and Suites in New Vienna provides exceptional handcrafted food, whether a cocktail buffet, formal dinner, or a themed event. Let Diane and her staff create a customized menu sure to wow your guests. They offer an extensive specialty cupcake and cake menu. Call or check them out on Facebook. Let J&D Catering and Suites set your next special event above the rest.
Looking for a place to gather with family and friends? Your look is over. Gather your family and friends and head to the Hillside Sports Bar and Grill. Join them for some great food and sports before, during, or after the game. Best of luck from everyone at Hillside Sports Bar and Grill in Monticello.
Hi, this is Chris Henry, Service Manager at Brown Sales and Leasing in Elkader. Our goal is to make your car buying experience the best possible, and our factory-certified technicians are dedicated to you and your vehicles. Stop in and see us at Brown Sales and Leasing in Elkader, or visit us online at forbrowns.com. Your hometown dealer, wherever your hometown may be.
Ellis Implement and Outdoor LLC in Coggin is the go-to spot for all of your farm equipment and servicing needs. A servicing dealer for farm and outdoor power consumer lines such as Bad Boy Power Mowers, Bush Hog, Woods, Dixon, Kohler engines, Big Dog mowers, and more. Ellis Implement and Outdoor LLC in Coggin wishes the best of luck to all area athletes.
At Three Rivers, our customers come first. Your business is very important to us. Our goal is to provide you with the best products and service that you have come to expect from Three Rivers. Visit our website at threeriversfs.com or the location nearest you. Three Rivers, your partner in growth solutions.
Moyle Rental Services has the equipment you need to get your jobs done, from skid loaders to high-reach forklifts, man lifts, and more. Stop by and speak with Jason at Moyle Rental Services on Rocky Ridge Road in Manchester.
You expect big hits on the field, but not on the road. So when the unexpected happens, call Krager Body Shop in Dyersville. They specialize in major and minor collision repair and frame straightening. For all of your auto body work, see Krager Body Shop in Dyersville.
Come to the Palace Saloon in Dyersville for great food, cold beverages, and friendly atmosphere while cheering on your favorite teams. The Palace Saloon in Dyersville wishes everyone in tournament action the best of luck. Go teams.
Citizen State Bank, your locally owned, community-minded, and customer-oriented bank, is here to serve you. Choose one of their 7 convenient locations in Winthrop, Monticello, Manchester, Ryan, Strawberry Point, Hopkinton, and New Vienna. Citizen State Bank, community banking with people you know, member FDIC.
Wolf Cool Electric, your full-service electrical contractor with a wide range of services for residential, commercial, agricultural, and sales, installation, and service of solar and wind energy systems. Contact Wolf Cool Electric in Delhi today for a free estimate.
Back into the Cedar Gymnasium at West Delaware High School. John Swisher, Bill Logan, Dan Cassett, statistician Tom Swisher tonight, along with in-studio producer Rob Edwards. Here on this Saturday night Sub-State basketball, this Class 2A Sub-State 3 final. An update from a 1A sub-state Alberta, a 29-20 halftime lead over Waco of Wayland tonight is Alberta. How about that comeback the other night, down 18 points, came back and beat Calmus Wheatland, a team they were not favored against. And Coach Christopherson and the Pirates are a game a half away from the state tournament as Alberta up by 9 at halftime. Here, it's North Linn leading Cascade by 6, 30-24 as the Lynx jumped out in front. It was a one lead change first quarters. Cascade did leave momentarily early on. North Linn led by 5 at the end of the first frame, and then outscored Cascade 14-13 in quarter number 2 for the 6-point lead. Here at halftime, as we take a look at the individual numbers for North Linn, leading the way is Jake Hilmer. No surprise there with 12 points, 11 for Austin Miller, 6 for Trevor Bogey, and 1 for Carter Johnson. Just 1 3 so far for the Lynx. That's off the right hand of Jake Hilmer early on in the first quarter. As for Cascade, Harris Huffman leading the way, 9 points. The leading scorer coming in with 14 points a game is Huffman. 7 points for Reed Roush, 6 for Carter Green, and 2 points for Tom Napper. For Cascade, they have 2 threes, 1 for Huffman and 1 for Roush. As no bench points for either team so far in this game. It's kind of what we expected. Cascade slowing the pace down a little bit. North Linn able to get to 30 points. A lot of nights there are a lot more points than this by halftime. But what else we seeing here?
Well, I saw, the tempo is definitely where Cascade wants it, and the score at only 30-24. And I'm sure Coach Homer and his staff are very happy about where they're at right now at halftime, only being down 6. Weathered that initial pressure storm that North Linn brings at you that, as I said in the pregame, you really can't prep for. I thought Cascade did a great job of handling the pressure in the first half. We'll see here now in the second half, Cascade, if they're going to stay in that 2-3, which they I'm sure they are, they're going to have to, that baseline forward, whenever Hilmer has the ball, he's going to have to really do a better job of pinching that gap. Those guards out front have got to do a better job as well of keeping Hilmer in front. And I know that's easy to say. He's very shifty. His ball skills are incredible. But they're going to have to do that if they're good. They got to keep him out of the lane. The other thing that I noticed Cascade do there late in the first half was they moved to a 3-2 zone, probably a matchup. And I think that's probably a better zone against this Cascade offense because it does put that extra defender on the perimeter and does make it more difficult to penetrate when you've got 3 players out front defensively as opposed to 2. So we'll see what Coach Brindle does with that in the second half. And I think Cascade offensively, they've got to get Hoffman, continue to get him shots. I think he probably only took maybe 5 shots in the first half, but I think he made 4 of the 5 he did take. So he's got to get going, or continue to get going. And then I think the question is, and I don't know what, of course, at halftime what Coach Brindle asked his team, but who's going to do something special in the second half? Mm-hmm. Who's going to be the one that's going to step up? And you're going to get what you get from your top scorers, but who's that 3rd, 4th, 5th guy who's going to do something special, who's going to score 6 unexpected points, or do something that is out of the ordinary to help Cascade get over the hump and win this game?
Can Carter Green continue? He's got 6 points, his average so far, but the leading candidate for that would be either Roush or Huffman. Huffman's been playing tremendous games for Cascade. That's won 4 in a row and 9 of their last 10 ball games. And Bill, what else are the numbers telling us here after the first 2 quarters of play?
Well, I think there's 2 numbers that jump out and explain the 6-point deficit for Cascade. First half, they had 7 turnovers, 5 of them in that first quarter, and some of those are just runouts and easy points that they got. The other one that jumps out, free throws. North Linn, 9 out of 13 from the free throw line. Cascade just 2 for 2, so 7 makes a 6-point deficit, and they've made 7 more free throws than we have. So, that's some of those fouls that they've done. So, some fouls that can't send North Linn to the line. That's a great free throw shooting team. And I got to control the basketball. I did a much better job, only 2 turnovers in that second half. For the first half, Cascade shoots 55% from the field, 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Feel pretty good. You got to lead. But they're not. North Linn shoots 43% from the field, 69% from the free throw line. I have them for 0 turnovers in the first half. That's how you win ball games.
Wow.
Absolutely.
How about that? Turnovers after 2 quarters of play as we'll take a short break, come back, and get you ready for the 3rd quarter here. It's Cascade trailing North Linn 30-24. Back after this in KMC Sports.
Put a little South in your mouth at Rockin' 5K Barbecue Shack in Manchester. You can't go wrong with any of their melt-in-your-mouth menu options. Dine in or call ahead for carry-out. Book them today to cater your next event. Rockin' 5K Barbecue Shack in Manchester.
Back inside Seedorf. The second half is underway. Cascade gets the ball going right to left at 7:39 after about a half hour. First half of play. As there's Huffman for a three. No good off the backside. Rebounded by Trevor Bogey.
It's a good look for him, though. You'll take that if you're Cascade.
Indeed, as North Linn. Hilmer has it, bounce pass inside. There's Bogey up, no good. He was hit as he was putting it up, and he'll go to the line to shoot two. He's been very aggressive tonight. Trevor Bogey taking advantage in the middle of the lane with that 2-3 zone has been giving the Lynx offense as Trevor Bogey comes in. A 12-point score a night, third leading scorer on the team as the first one is up, and it is good.
Fouls on Tom Napper, and that's his third. Team's first here, but there again, North Linn getting that free throw line. That's how you win ball games.
No good off the back of the rim. Bogey made the first one, 31-24. 7:20 and counting here this third quarter of play. Left side, now right side, Green, back out to Huffman. Huffman, left side, Roush. Surveying here. Roush, one of 7 seniors on the team. There's a three in left corner by Michael Trum, the junior, one of 8 juniors on the team. Michael Trum putting himself in a candidate for being one to step up offensively. Exactly. There's a three-pointer there as now driving in was Hilmer. He's contacted in the lane Carter Green before he went up, apparently calling on the floor foul as Green will pick up his. They give it on Green or not?
No, they gave it to Trum.
Trum 2-0, not 1-0, and Trum will pick up his first.
But again, Hilmer able to get right into the middle of that zone.
It's Michael Trum with that three. That is his 24th of the year. He's second on the team in threes, 30%. Right side Bogey, back up top Tilmer. 4-point lead North Linn. Johnson increases it there to 6, 33-27. Johnson gets his first field goal tonight. He's got 3 points, 6.5 to go, third quarter. Against the pressure here, 2-on-2 put on. Green dribbles past it. Napper has extended left wing, harassed by Hilmer. Up top is Will Rolling. Right-handed dribble, looking right side to Huffman. Huffman double team. Pass inside, dangerous pass. It's knocked away as Roush was trying to get it. David Sieber now going all the way in. He puts it up. No good. Off the backside, rebounded by Johnson. Well, Rolling tries to slide away as he dribbles out to the left wing. Hilmer has it knocked away as Reed Roush got his paws on that one. He'll stay. North Linn basketball. Austin Hiller comes in. Carter Johnson will take a breather, but first we have a timeout. A 30-second variety here for Coach Brindle. So Cascade seeing something they want to talk about defensively here with a still close game. 6-point advantage for North Linn. 33-27 early on in this third quarter of play. Jacob Brindle, 63-10 in his third season. Longtime assistant coach, 15 years for the legendary Al Marshall. He spent 48 seasons at Cascade. He's number 3 on the all-time list, 738 wins, 327 losses, as he was at Cascade Public from 1976 to 2016. Started his career at Aquin of Cascade in 1968 to 1976. He had a 116-58 record there. Bob Hilmer, the legendary coach for North Linn, all-time wins leader in Iowa basketball history, 887 wins, 346 losses, his 56th season, 33-27, 6 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Up top with it is Jake Hilmer, as Hilmer, left wing, now up top, Bogey driving all the way in, clear lane, no one stepping in, Napper and Huffman. He split the blue seed there all the way in off the window and good.
Yeah, that was too easy. They did a tremendous job of just spreading that zone out, and then Bogey saw that from the top of the key and made it easy.
35-27, back to an 8-point lead. They got it to as close as 4, did Cascade. One lead change, no ties in this game. As there's a little dip-de-doo move in the middle of the lane by Roush. No good off the backside. Rebounded by Napper. And the Cougars will reset it. Rolling up top. Roush will dribble in. Puts up the little floater. Middle of the lane. No good off the left side. Rebounded by David Siebert. Here comes North Linn now. 8-point North Linn lead. 5-10 and counting here in the third quarter. Cougars really needed a basket that possession. As now they have to get another stop here.
That was a good offensive set. They had good ball movement, and they got a good look in the lane. They just didn't get the shot to fall.
Hilmer inside, using the body, going into the contact as he was up in the air. Roush was there, not in a good defensive position, and the foul comes. Headsy player, there's no reason why, it's no wonder why he's one of the leading players in Iowa history. He'll finish in the top 10 of scoring most likely. He's number 13 now as Hilmer goes the line to shoot two.
And such an unselfish player. You take those assists that he's got. Nobody's got as many as he does ever in history. If he'd get half of those into some points, you'll imagine where he would be points-wise.
No good on the free. They call that a shooting foul?
It was a chance of a three-point play.
Oh, that's right. The basket went. Okay, I missed that. As no good on the free throw. It's a 10-point lead, 37-27. 10-point lead, the largest. Smith shot the other end. Now Hilmer comes back, and just like that, the largest lead is 12 as Hilmer adds another field goal. He's got 16 of the night, 39-27 now. 4.5 to go in the third quarter.
Dangerous right now for Cascade with North Linn expanding this lead. We're about midway through the third quarter here.
Got to respond. They need a bucket bad. Huffman now up top. Roush left wing. He'll get it left short corner. Too much contact as Austin Hilmer too-handsy with Carter Green on the left short corner. As Austin Hilmer will be saddled with his third foul. As Austin Hilmer has nothing offensively here tonight. He comes in the fifth leading scorer with 11 points a game, the top five, averaging double figures for North Linn. This high-powered 91 points a game offense. 39-27. Green just getting it in before the 5-second count. Hoffman gets it, tries to pass it left side. It goes off the shoot top of Hilmer. It'll stay Cougar basketball going right to left. 12-point North Linn lead, largest of the game. 4:07 to go, third quarter. Up top with it is Green. Carter surveying, now right side to Huffman. Huffman back up to Roush. Wide open three, and it's good. Reed Roush, his second triple of the game. He's got 10. And that's exactly what the Cougars needed there. Get it back to single digits. It's a 39-30 North Linn lead. 3:45 and counting here in the third quarter. This Cascade crowd just kind of sitting back and watching, not really into it right now. And that's going to be a jump ball. You betcha. Good job by Josh Trubb getting the jump ball on Hilmer. Getting the ball from behind there, and he'll be baseline inbounds underneath. 3:37 to go here in the third.
That's good defense getting a blocked shot on there and a jump ball, but
however,
bad defense let him drive right down the middle.
You were going to say that.
Yeah.
Hilmer back to Hilmer for a wide open three. Jake Hilmer got it to go. Jake Hilmer with his second triple of the game. He's got 19 now, 42-30, and throwing it off of Reed Roush. A hustle play there by Trevor Bogey, and it will stay North Linn basketball. They've got all the confidence, momentum. Coach Brando wants a timeout. Timeout here for Cascade as he wants to calm the troops down and take some of this momentum away, hopefully from North Linn. A full timeout will take it with them. We're back after this from KMCH Sports.
Rivers Edge Construction wishes all the area athletes the best of luck in tournament action. If construction plans are in your future, call Lyle Palmer at 563-920-0046. Rivers Edge Construction can help you with your residential and commercial new construction and remodeling plans. Call Rivers Edge Construction in Manchester today.
This is Jamie Vaskey, the voice of the West Delaware Hawks, and I've had the chance to review the Good Neighbor Society's playbook, and I got to tell you, they are friends in your neighborhood, designing plays to get you home fast. If you need help getting back in the game, contact the Good Neighbor Society Rehab to Home team at 563-927-3907.
Angela Weinkoff with Wapsie Insurance Services in Anamosa wish all area athletes the best of luck in tournament play. Just like the area coaches, Wapsie Insurance Services can come up with a plan for you.
The Edgewood Reminder is proud to support all the area teams in athletic action and appreciates their efforts in the classroom and during sports. Check out all the sports photos in each week's issue of the Edgewood Reminder.
Back into Cedar Gymnasium, John, Bill, and Dan, 42-30 North Linn. And Cascade and fear of North Linn started to run away with this game as North Linn pulling it out here and taking care of the basketball. Just under 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Bogey left side, wide open three. Austin Helmer now, and Splash City. Austin Helmer, his first bucket of the game, a three-pointer with 2:45 to go in the third. As Helmer, that is his 37th three ball of the year, his third on the team. Be turned over now, almost knocked it away there, did Sieber, and Cascade will get it back going right to left.
Another tip pass. I've been keeping track. That's at least the 10th ball that's been tipped by North Linn tonight.
Very active. We talked about North Linn. 384 steals on the tops in the state. No turnovers tonight for North Linn so far. As Cascade, they come in with 227 turnovers on the year, 155 turnovers for North Linn coming in. There's a left wing three, and putting it up. That is no good off the left side by Harris Huffman, and 45-30. 2 minutes and counting here in this third quarter as Jake Hilmer gets it inside the timeline. Now up top is Sieber.
Well, and here's that question. When do you come out of the zone?
Yep. Hilmer drives all the way in. It dances off the rim. Backside rebound by Miller. It's tapped away. Huffman comes away with it. Huffman now trying to take care of the basketball. North Linn fans on a double dribble. Nothing doing. Roush drives in. Right wing. Passes it off the shoot top of David Sieber, and they'll stay. Cascade basketball. North Linn only one of 3 unbeaten teams in the state, as Ankeny Christian is 23-0 and 1A. Clear Lake 3A team at 22-0. North Linn at 22-0 as well. Inside, nice look from Trump. The basket and the foul. Tom Napper gets his second field goal of the night. And an old-fashioned three-point play opportunity coming here for the big fella Napper.
Nice find there by Roush.
And they're going to need more offensive possessions like that when they're trailing double digits. They got to have great possessions, get to the line, shoot some free throws.
Spins around and pops out. Napper no good. As a team, just their 3 tries so far. They're 2 of 3 from the free throw line is Cascade. 45-32, $1:15 and counting here in the third frame. Up top with his Sieber. It's Sieber, Hilmer, Bogey, and Miller, the 5 for North Linn. Trum, Green, Huffman, Roush, and Napper, the 5 for Cascade. 1 minute and counting here in this third quarter. North Linn will hang on to it. And Cascade sitting back, not coming out of it.
Yeah, when you've got the lead, you want them to come out of it. You can just stand there, make them come out of that. You want to, and they're content. Got the 13-point lead. Let the clock keep running.
Cascade crowd's going crazy. They thought he traveled. Now Helmer's just kind of toying with him and moving his right foot. And he's keeping that pivot foot stationary.
We've seen this before in the old West Delaware Maquoketa Valley.
41-40. I remember the score.
Stood out there for darn near a whole quarter.
Corey Deshaw. How about that?
Just stood there just like a ball on his hip. Nobody came out. Just stood there. The clock just kept running.
Early 2000s. 45-32 here. North Linn. Hilmer directing his offense. 15 seconds and counting here in the third. And North Linn with the 13-point lead. Largest of the night. And they'll run their last second play now. Hilmer gets it back from his brother. Austin inside. Trevor Bogey turn around. Fadeaway jumper. No good. He might have got hit by Huffman. Nothing doing. Roush should the three-quarters court shot. That's no good. Left short. And it's 45-32. 1 quarter to go in one of these teams' seasons. The other one will celebrate and move on to the state tournament. We're back after this from KMCH Sports.
Anyone can win a game, but it takes a lot more to be a champion. It takes hard work, dedication, and teamwork. That's what the athletes and teams of the area bring to every game, and it's what Champion Seed does as well with its all-star dealer team. Don't just play to win. Plant champion. Finish stronger.
TriVet Associates is a mixed animal veterinary clinic with offices in Farley, Dyersville, and Holy Cross. Our 8 doctors serve the Dubuque, Manchester, Guttenberg, and Cascade areas and provide veterinary services to both large and small animals. For more information, find us on Facebook or visit our website, trivetinc.com.
Kramer Brothers Dairy Supply in Monticello appreciates all the hard work and dedication put forth in the classroom and in the gym. Best of luck to all area athletes in tournament play from your dairy experts, Kramer Brothers Dairy Supply in Monticello.
High-Tech Communications is your local service provider for telephone systems, fire detection, audio, video, security and surveillance systems, wiring, and more. High-Tech has decades of experience in the industry. Contact High-Tech at 563-927-4936, online at hightechcommunications.us. High-Tech Communications, changing your world with technology.
John, Bill, and Dan back with you. There's a jumper on the left side by Harris Huffman. And Huffman has his 5th field goal of the night. Next one here in the second half. He's got 11 points. It's back to 11-point game. 45-34 score update. Alburnett is winning their game, their sub-state contest, 40-36 late in the third quarter. Now there's a shot inside and good for North Linn as Jake Hilmer gets another bucket. He's got 21 now.
We're right in the middle of the lane. Wide open look for Hilmer. Coach Brendel is not happy about that.
Albert, that's just a spot where you just can't give up a shot in 2-3 zones.
There's a drive. Reed Roush, blocking foul going to come. Roush makes the basket, and they'll go to the line, the old-fashioned three-point play. The blocking foul comes. Coach Mike Hilmer not happy at all.
I think it was the location. I think the Northland defender was basically under the basket. Not that there's a cup there, but most officials will still rise the level, not call that.
So they called the foul on Austin Miller. His first free throw is down. It's a 10-point game, 47-37. Alburnett in the third quarter. Close game with Waco of Wayland tonight in that sub-state contest. Left side is Hilmer. Run down all the sub-state scores in our post game. Some of those games moved up earlier today because of the threat of weather. Hopefully the snow hangs off till later. And all the North Linn and Cascade folks are able to get back home safely. Up top is Bogey. He's going to drive. Almost poked away. What an incredible shot. He just threw it up with his left hand off the window and good. Trevor Bogey able to get his 5th field goal on that circus act. 49-37, 6:20 and counting here in the fourth. Roush drives, kicks out right side. Drive in baseline by Green. Carter looking. He's dead with the ball. He'll send it out to Roush. Reed will send it to Trump. Left side, no good. On the backside, a 3 attempt there. Miller with the rebound. Up ahead to Hilmer. And off and running. Jake, hesitation dribble. Stops, kicks it out. Austin Hilmer for a 3. No good. Rebounds out front side. It was Hilmer and Roush. And Roush wins the battle there off of Jake Hilmer, they say. Cascade basketball.
That's a good try for the steal. I think it was knocked out of bounds by Jake, but he clapped like all right.
He tried to buy the call. He tried to buy the call.
Give him credit. He tried to buy it. Yeah.
Just savviness.
As Green bringing it up. Up top with it is Carter being harassed by Hilmer. Now Huffman in the middle of the lane. He'll dribble it out to the top of the key. 49-37. Knocked away by Jake Hilmer. Huffman climbs on top. That's going to be a foul, yeah. Huffman just climbed on top of Hilmer trying to get the ball. We go back the other way. North Linn basketball. Harris Huffman will be called for his 3rd personal foul there.
It was a good foul by Hoffman, quite honestly, because it was going to be probably a leak-out transition layup for North Linn.
Yeah, frustration foul as well. You stole the ball away from me, and now I'm just, kind of trying to stop it. And so, yeah, that's his 3rd foul, team's 3rd.
Left side. This is Hilmer. 5:15 and counting here in the fourth. 49-37, 12-point lead. Hilmer now taking care of the basketball. Now his brother, the freshman Austin. Jake has it back. 12-point lead, North Linn. 5 minutes and counting here in the fourth. Largest lead has been 13 for North Linn. We've had one lead change way back early in the first quarter as Sieber still no points from David Sieber tonight. The second leading scorer on the team with 15. He's a three-point artist. He has 57 of them. Second on the team. As the other night, David Sieber hit his 263rd of his career, one above Jordan Bohannon for 17th, the all-time Iowa boys list. There's a drive put up and good there in the middle of the lane by Jake Hilmer, his 23rd point, and it's a 51-37, 14-point lead, the largest now for the Lynx as they try to get back to the state tournament for the third year in a row. 4-10 and counting here in the fourth quarter. Turning, spinning is Roush. Right side, Trum for the three. No good. Left short. Front side rebound in there. Snared away by Napper, and then he lost control. But a foul, a hit on the arm they call by a Northland player. It'll be Cascade basketball. Baseline inbounds underneath. The holding foul came on the Lynx on Austin Miller. He'll get his second. And a timeout, Cascade. A full timeout. We'll take another break with them. 51-37, 4:07 to go here in this ball game. We're back after this from KFC Sports.
Barron Motor Supply is proud to support all area athletes and coaches. They appreciate all the hard work and dedication in and out of the classroom. Good luck from Barron Motor Supply in Manchester, your auto parts professional since 1930.
West Bend's home and highway policy provides you with one policy, one bill, one deductible, and one agent, all with no hassle and a portion of your annual premium back in cash if you don't have a claim. To find out more, contact your local West Bend agent, Eric Smith, at Parrott Insurance in Manchester at 927-2791.
Del Clay Farm Equipment in Edgewood would like to congratulate Al Bushaw on his retirement after many years in the parts department and welcomes Gene Miller to the staff. The parts open house is coming March 11th through the 15th. At Del Clay Farm Equipment in Edgewood.
Are you looking for great food and a unique atmosphere? Then make Okoboji Grill your next lunch or dinner destination, or enjoy 2-for-1 happy hour every Monday through Thursday from 4 until 6 p.m. That's Okoboji Grill, 1749 Golf Course Boulevard in Independence. Okoboji Grill, where good friends meet.
Cascade basketball, 51-37 Lynx. 4 minutes and change to go, fourth quarter. Hoffman inside, loses it, kicks it out. Roush for a three. Bogey in his face, a little contact, and gives him his 3 fouls. Roush sold it. Beautiful Oscar job there by Reed Roush. The award-winning effort, and Coach Hilmer can't believe it as Roush will go to the line and shoot 3.
Well, we referred to Jake Hilmer having court savvy a little bit ago. That's some savviness right there by Rouse.
You bet you. 3 for 3 from the line. The senior doing whatever it takes to get himself to the line for points. But he misses the first one. He'll have 2 more. 51-37, the largest lead of the night right now for Northland at 14. Roush rattles around, drops on down on the second one. And 1 more.
And for Cascade, when you're behind, you want to be able to get to the free throw line and put points on. When that clock's not moving, that's the fastest, easiest way to be able to get back from a deficit.
Second one, or the third one, I should say, is good. It's a 2 of 3 that trip. Only 1 miss from the line tonight for Reed Roush. We'll see. Cascade coming out of it. They go to the,
they're going to do some, they're trapping.
Trapping, and coming out of that zone, they get a steal. First turnover. Knock it away from Hilmer. Huffman loses it, though. On the other baseline now, Cascade gets it back. Will Rowling trying to rip it away, and a holding foul is going to be called. Reach-in foul called there on Austin Hilmer. That'll be 4 on him. 51-39, 3:35 to go. And Dan, you mentioned in the air, trying to get steals, whatever you can, come out of that zone, and now's your chance to try to make a comeback in this game.
Well, that last full timeout, I'm sure, by Cascade was to, this is it. This is where you're going to stand or fall here.
Bogey blocks this one out of bounds as Roush drove right side. It'll stay Cougar basketball. 51-39, 3.5 to go in this fourth quarter. As left side, putting on the floor, rolling. Up, no good, backside. Pinballed around. Trum had his hands on it. Hilmer comes away with it. Jake off and running, has numbers all the way in, puts it up. Good. Jake Hilmer, so dominant in transition. He has another bucket. 25 on the night for Jake Hilmer. 53-39 now.
Yeah, ho-hum. Jake's got 25. He just makes it look so easy.
Right corner for a 3. Bucket! Harris Huffman said, we're not done yet, fellas. We're going to fight And Harris Huffman, the All-Stater, as Harris gets a three-pointer there for him. That's his second three-ball of the game. He's got 7 points in this fourth quarter, nothing in the third, 16 points of the night. We'll keep it right here. Thanks to all 105 of our sports and tournament sponsors, especially those North Linn and Cascade flavor. And we'll have more of those with us next week for the girls' state tournament. As coming up Tuesday night at 8:30, it'll be Cascade State Tournament basketball as the Cougars take on Dyke New Hartford in a 4-5 seed matchup. Around 8:15, Linmar head girls coach Nate Sanderson will join me for the call. And then 11:45, Class 2A quarterfinal, the final one on Wednesday morning at 11:45. Around 11:30, Scott Monk, the Coconut Valley girls basketball coach, will join me from Wells Fargo in Des Moines. Cascade and North Linn girls state basketball. One of these teams will be there in the boys state in 2 weeks. As North Linn, 11-point lead right now. 2:58 to go here in the fourth quarter. North Linn will bring it up. Cascade back in the half-court set. Bogey, Hilmer, Sieber, Hilmer, and Miller, the five for North Linn. It's Green, Rolling, Trum, Huffman, and Roush for Cascade. 53-42. Hilmer to Bogey, top of the key. Pitch pass to Hilmer. Right side to Austin Hilmer. Cascade still in the zone. Coming out a little bit on the ball handlers, but yeah, but not coming out all the way. 2.5 to go in this game. Hilmer and the Lynx are just playing keep away here. Up top is Sieber, extended left wing, a double team, a trap, and blocking foul called there on Will Rolling. And Rolling will pick up his third foul. That is the fifth team foul on Cascade now. One more.
And trailing by double digits, they can't let that much clock go off there. They're going to have to come out and either go for a steal or foul or something. They can't just let that much clock run off when you trail by 11.
No, absolutely not. Plus, they've got a foul to give here. They might as well stop the clock.
And Huffman went for it. Ball's on the ground. Bogey comes away with it. Hilmer now. Jake stops, dishes right side. Sieber will dribble it back out. Gets it to Hilmer. 53-42, 2 minutes and counting. Backside pass. Miller goes up with it. Knocked away. Reed Roush comes away with it. And Cascade off and running. Roush almost traveled. He gets rid of it. Rolling now right side. Green, skip pass. Roush, wide open three. Good! Reed Roush and the Cougars hanging around. Back to an 8-point game. 140 and counting here. North Linn has time on their side as they're up by 8. Hilmer goes all the way in. Contact coming. And a blocking foul going to be called on Reed Roush as Jake Hilmer go to the line to shoot two.
That's what your 4-year starter does for you. I'm going to take the game in there. You know, they're going to do it. They're going to give me, I'm going to go to the line. I'm an 87% free throw shooter. I'm going to the line and put the points on the board.
Score update with 3.5 to go in the fourth quarter. Albernet down by 1 now to Waco of Wayland. Jake Hilmer misses the first free throw. He'll have one more.
He's 3 out of 7, and he's not going to be happy with himself with that performance.
He couldn't have been happy with his free throw shooting Tuesday night.
No. Struggled the last 2 nights out. He gets that one to go. An 87% free throw shooter, Jake Hilmer, gives his team the 9-point lead. 54-45. 1.5 to go in the fourth quarter. North Linn looking for another state appearance. Left side rolling. Now back up top. Right side Roush for another three. No good. Hits the side of the bank board. Kareem's out front side. Hilmer gets a rebound off the run behind the back dribble all the way in. Puts it up. A foul comes off the back of the rim, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2 more.
He's got a different level of speed and quickness up and down the floor.
So they call the foul on Michael Trum, his second. 1:07 to go in this game. 54-45. Hilmer up and good.
Yeah, he's deceptively quick. When you think you're out there, and all of a sudden he's got like that high gear that all of a sudden he kicks it in and he dribbles right past you. Then you got to follow him from behind a lot of times. So he is very quick.
And this one dances around and pops out.
He'll be in the gym tonight.
Tonight he'll be shooting free throws.
By 10 o'clock tonight, he'll be shooting free throws in the gym.
55-45. 55 seconds and counting. There's a three right side, no good off the front of the rim. Driving in, Roush back up top to Trump. Right corner, three for Carter Green, no good off the backside. Pinballs around, but a foul going to be called and will roll in. We go back the other way. Austin Hilmer will go shoot. As Cascade, 46 seconds away. They trail by 10. North Linn looking like they will advance on. A competitive season it was for Cascade. A lot of doubters of how good they would be again with losing as much as they did. But second place behind Comanche, 8-3 in the North Division. A 15-6 overall record, 2-1 against ranked teams. Austin Hilmer gets the first one to go. And one more coming now. He's got 4 points, 56-45. And the second one is good. Harris Huffman was injured later part of that first half of the season. Cougars battled. They did a great job for the last 10 games, winning 9 of 10. Huffman driving in, bounce pass, putting it up is Otting, no good off the backside. Gets his own rebound, he puts it up again. That dances off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Huffman. Left-handed jump hook, got it to go by Harris. The Cougars going to run out of time. Back to a 10-point game. 23 seconds on the clock, and a foul comes there. As Jake Hilmer go to the line to shoot two. Call the foul on Reed Roush. It'll be his fourth. So North Linn back to the state tournament for the third year in a row, the fifth time in program history, dating back to 1976. Third place finish in 77 with a 24-1 record. Hilmer makes the first one. He'll have one more. 2017, they were third place. Last year, runner-up to Grandview Christian. And this year, trying to get there and win it all in a different class. Class 2A for the first time. 59-47. 15 seconds to go. The North Linn faithful up and applauding their team's effort. As North Linn gets the ball back, Jake Hilmer will dribble it out. For the second time in 3 years, North Linn will win a sub-state contest here at Seedorf Gymnasium in Manchester. As there it is, zeros on the clock, and North Linn has won it 59-47. Cascade wraps up their season at 15-7. North Linn improves at 23-0. And they came out and did the things they needed to do tonight for Cascade. Not enough of offense against this pesky North Linn defense, and North Linn's offense was just too much for Cascade here tonight.
Cascade, again, good game plan. I mean, Coach Brendel and his staff, their top-level coach, there's no question about it. Coming off the state championship season, I know that they had them as prepared as they could be tonight, but you're just going up against a team in North Linn that's just so well-oiled, and you're going up against a player like Jake Hilmer that has the ability to put the game on his shoulders at any time and do what needs to be done to win it. He just got that ability to, he's just a winner. And you can look at all of his statistics individually, but you can also look at their record now. Is that going to put them over 100 wins?
No,
198 or something like
99 and 4 years in Cascade.
Yeah.
Now at 85-15, so two of the best teams in the state here in the last several years, as North Linn gets the victory here tonight. 59-47, the victory for the Lynx as they move on to the state tournament. 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, as we will take a timeout. Our postgame will start next. We're back after this from KMCH Sports.
Food always tastes better when made by the fireside. Stop in before or after the game and enjoy some appetizers, a sandwich, or one of their delicious pizzas. Fireside Pub and Steakhouse, a warm and comfortable atmosphere in Manchester.
Whether a door needs replaced or building a new home, let S&R Construction of Masonville take care of you. S&R Construction is the expert in home improvement projects, gutters, siding, garages, remodeling, new home construction, and more. Call Steve Petlin today at 319-361-0638 for a free quote.
Edgewood Oil Incorporated carries all major brands of lubricants and case oils. They carry a full line of industrial oil products, aviation oils, and antifreeze, XL brand lubricants, quality oil priced right. Edgewood Oil also carries methanol, mineral spirit, and washer fluid, and are a direct distributor of Camco brand lubricants. Edgewood Oil Incorporated in Manchester, open Monday through Saturday.
Are you an athlete or physically active in your free time? Even active people can have muscle tightness and joint pain or even experience the occasional injury. Regional Medical Center physical therapy treatment and prescribed exercises can help you recover faster, reduce injury, and build strength and stability. Call RMC Therapy Services today so you can get back into action as quick as possible. 563-927-7322.
The City of Manchester would like to wish all area athletes, teams, and coaches the best of luck in tournament play as they understand all the hard work it takes for a winning season. Good luck from all the employees, elected officials, and Mayor Milt with the City of Manchester.
If you are planning a new construction project, you should contact the knowledgeable sales team at Revoswell Truss and Lumber in Marion. With over 150 years of experience and free delivery to almost anywhere in eastern Iowa, Revoswell Truss and Lumber is the trusted choice for building materials.
Bolichek's Landing, downtown Delhi. Open 7 days a week. Friday night buffet, Saturday night prime rib, and enjoy breakfast every Sunday from 9 to noon. Bolichek's proudly supports all area athletes and coaches.
Beam Bender Manufacturing is a family-owned and operated business that has been a worldwide supplier of hydraulic shears and press brakes since 1972. Beam Bender Manufacturing in Coggan is proud to support all area athletes and the coaching staff.
Leonard Muller Funeral Home and Crematory wishes all the best to the athletes and appreciates their hard work and scholastic efforts throughout the year. For personal, caring service, Leonard Muller Funeral Home and Crematory in Manchester, Edgewood, and Strawberry Point.
Heiberger Insurance in Epworth and Heritage Mutual Insurance handle a variety of insurance products serving Dubuque and surrounding eastern Iowa counties. Working together with neighbors, helping neighbors remains their focus. You can rely on Heiberger Insurance of Epworth and Heritage Mutual for all of your property and liability insurance needs.
Back into Seedorf Gymnasium, North Linn will move on to the state tournament 59-47, a 12-point win over Cascade here tonight. Cascade 15 points outscoring North Linn to their 14 in that final frame. But moving on to the state tournament, North Linn denying Cascade a trip back to the state tournament for the 6th year in a row. They went there 5 years in a row, the 2A title winners a year ago. And North Linn will go back in its new class this year as the team coming out of the locker room taking pictures. We'll hopefully get a couple of players. We'll get Coach Hilmer up here for sure and talk over what happened in this game as they get ready for the state tournament. But, fellas, your thoughts here. And it was North Linn able to play their game and control it here.
Well, they did, and they did what they had to do to win, but credit Cascade. I mean, too many turnovers that first quarter kind of dictated this game, and North Linn got ahead, never was really ahead. You know, they got it to within 4, about as close as they ever came, and North Linn just did what they had to do to win. Cascade, against anybody else, North Linn tonight, Cascade probably wins that game, you know, but North Linn's a quality team, and they showed it here tonight. They did what they had to do to win. They played some defense, they got some steals, they got some rebounds, they got some clutch shots. They made the free throws when they needed to. They did everything to do tonight to win a sub-state.
Well, and, you know, this isn't their first rodeo. They've been in this stage before, as has Cascade. But you're right, Bill. North Linn adapted to whatever Cascade brought at them. And, of course, you always got the X factor in Jake Hilmer. When all else fails, get it into his hands, and good things are going to happen when that happens. But I think Cascade they've got nothing to be ashamed of. They had a great season, and like you said, Swish, in terms of personnel returning, and a lot of people wondering what kind of product they were going to put on the floor. You knew with Coach Brindle and his staff that they were going to be solid, but I don't know if a lot of people would have necessarily thought they'd get back to a sub-state level this year, but they did, and that's a credit to the coaching staff and the players at Cascade. And just one final comment I'll make about North Linn. I hope, I know there's probably people out there listening that don't like North Linn for whatever reason, but anybody that understands basketball, that can step back and remove themselves from the passion that's involved and just look at it from a individual standpoint of what Jake Hilmer brings to the floor. And I'm not trying to be dramatic about it, but this is kind of one for the ages type. You just don't see this type of player
dominating
come to play night in and night out. I hope people appreciate what they've seen, not only this season, but over the course of his career. And of course, he doesn't do all of this without quality teammates, and that goes without saying, and that we know that. But I hope people have really enjoyed and taken in what they've seen from this kid, like him or not, or like Northland or not, whatever. But this kid's a special player, and I really am looking forward to what he's going to maybe be able to do in Des Moines, because he seems pretty locked in. At free throw line, he's got work to do, but other than that, he seems pretty locked in and ready to go get himself a state championship as a senior. And then after that, who knows what is going to happen for him at Upper Iowa. But it's been a real pleasure to watch him play, and it's been a nightmare to coach against him. This is my first year I had an opportunity to do it, and you just find yourself sitting back at some points in time in the game and you just watch, because there's really not much you can do about it. But so just a few thoughts on Jake Hilmer there in Northland.
Well put, and everybody likes to dislike a winner or winning teams. You know that as being a Yankees fan, and me and Bill trying to catch up with you in that department as a Dodger fan and myself a Cubs fan. But yeah, everybody likes to dislike the good teams, the good players sometimes. But when he's on your side and that team is your team, boy, you love them, and they've got a dynasty going right now. And Jake Hilmer will be playing his final games at the state tournament, and they try to win the first ever state tournament title in Northland boys basketball history, and they'll do that in 2 weeks as the first round Class 2A games coming up Monday, March 4th, either 4:30, 6:30, or 8:15, or March 4th at 9:30 in the morning. As hopefully we can avoid that 9:30 game, as we had that one last year at Northland and Nedco open up at the state tournament last year in Class 1A at 9:30. Give me the 8:15 game. I'll take it, as we will have all the coverage for you there coming up at the state tournament after next week with girls basketball state tournament at Northland. And Cascade. Let's take a look at the individual numbers here, as Jake Hilmer with 29 points, 11 for Trevor Bogey, 11 for Austin Miller, 5 for Austin Hilmer, and 2 for Carter Johnson. 5 in the scoring column, 3 double digits for with Hilmer, Bogey, and Miller. For Cascade, they had 2 in the double-digit column, 18 for Harris Huffman, 18 for Reed Roush, 3 for Michael Trum, 6 for Carter Green, 4 for Tom Napper, 5 in the score column for Cascade as well. 1 lead change and no ties in this game, as Cascade fell behind early on. They had 1 lead early in this game as well, as Northland led 16-11 at the end of the first frame. They outscored Cascade 14-13 in the second quarter, 30-24 halftime lead for Northland. Then they outscored the Cougars 15-8 for the 45-32 lead heading into the fourth, where Cascade outscored Northland only time in this game, 15-14, 12-point win, 59-47 in this one. As Bill Logan, take a look at some more of the numbers you had here.
Team stats, it kind of dictates 12-point win. Northland, 20 out of 39 from the field, just over 50%. 16 out of 24 under their free throw percentage as a team, but 16 made free throws to 5 for Cascade. They won by 12, and they had 11 more made free throws. So, you can talk all you want to about scoring buckets and that kind of stuff, but man, I tell you, I preach this to Coach Utah all the time. Free throws, free throws, free throws. Guys don't understand. Kids don't understand it. You got to knock down free throws, because you can win or lose games at that free throw line, and tonight was a prime example of that. But, Northland, I got to credit Beckman and Cascade the last 2 games. They kept Northland from doing what they wanted to do, and it's probably great 2 games for Northland being able to go down there, because, this is only the second time all year long they've been held under 78 points. They've got to learn how to play games where they only score 50 points a game and be able to win those and do those things. And these last 2 games probably well prepared them to go down to state tournament.
Indeed, their second lowest at 59, as 55 was the lowest they'd scored. As the most they've scored, 111. They've scored over 100 7 times on the season. This offense that averages 91 points a game. A tremendous job by North Linn. And an update from the Alburnett Sub-State game. Alburnett, the Pirates, are going to the state tournament. Congratulations to Brian Huber, the Huber boys, friends of ours, Coconut Valley graduate of 1991, Brian Huber, and Jeff Christopherson, the head coach of the Alburnett Pirates, as the Pirates win tonight in overtime, 60-54 over Waco of Wayland. Congratulations to the Pirates as they're advancing on to a state tournament. We will take a timeout. More post game coming up here from KMCH Sports.
Hey KMCH listeners, GMB is proud to support our area athletes and help bring the sport to you. The GMB Bank team reminds you whatever your financial goals, we're here to help you reach them. Stop by our Manchester location or visit us online at gnbbank.com. Member FDIC.
Home Indeed in Independence is the go-to spot for all your remodeling needs. Whether from the ground up, an addition, or a kitchen remodel, they are your complete solution center, helping you make every day extraordinary. Stop in their beautiful showroom today. Home Indeed in Independence is proud to support their area athletes.
Going above and beyond is a standard of care at Above and Beyond Home Health and Hospice Care. Their compassionate staff care deeply about the comfort of their patients. A nurse is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Above and Beyond Healthcare, the more they care, the more beautiful life becomes. Proudly serving Jones, Jackson, Johnson, Lynn, Clayton, and Delaware counties.
Back into Seedorf Gymnasium, John Swisher, Bill Logan, Dan Cassett along with you tonight. This Class 2A Sub-State 3 final. We're in the postgame. North Linn gained a victory and back to state for the 3rd year in a row. Their 5th time in program history as the 59-47 win for the Lynx here tonight. Joined now by the fine head coach of the Cascade Cougars, Jake Brendel, as his team bows out at 15-7 with a 12-point loss tonight. And the game plan, of course, you had it intact there early on. You had yourselves a lead, and you were close with this Cascade team for almost 3 quarters, and down by 5 at the end of the first quarter. What was the thinking early on? How were you happy with the way things were going?
Yeah, I mean, our game plan, I think we executed about as well as we possibly could, to be honest with you. You know, we got down a little bit. We were down 5 at the first. We were a little rushed. Had a couple of passes we wanted to get back early. But then we're right there. And even being down 6, 1.5, that's a 2-possession game. You know, it's a coin flip game at that point. Third quarter, we had a little, and that's what they do. You know, they're so good. They play hard so long, and they wear you down a little bit. That moment of fatigue, they jump you. It's a quick 6-0, 8-0 run, and that's what does you in. You know, and when they went from about 6-7 to 15, and that's what they do. That's why they're really good. You know, they have a legit chance to win a state title, I think, this year. And that third quarter is a little stretch we'd like to have back there. But if you told me at the end of the day we'd have had them having to play zone against us a little bit and slow it down on us a little bit, we'd have taken our chances, you know. And I think we only had about 10 or 11 turnovers on the night, and that's ideal. I mean, our game, like I said, the guys played so hard, and sometimes basketball is a matter of making shots, making a couple plays, and that's what happened, you know, and that's the difference in the game.
Yeah, giving yourself a chance. You knew you were going to have to take advantage of the looks they were giving you offensively, take care of the ball, and for a good part of this game, you were able to do those things, and their offense, once they got going, as you talked about, transition, penetrating, they were able to create some shots inside, get to the line, and knock down free throws, especially late, and that was the reason for the 12-point win.
Yeah, I mean, the numbers so fast. You can't, until you see a player like that in person and stuff to really get your head around that, you know. We have some good athletes in the RVC. He's a special type of athlete. He gets the ball in his hands, he's down the court in about 2 seconds. And he got us a couple times. We got rebounds and beat us down the court for buckets. And those are a couple of possessions that we said we had to avoid. And he made a couple of those plays. And I give Bogey credit, too. You know, we really wanted to take away the three-pointers with Sieber and Bogey. And I think we held Sieber scoreless.
Yes.
I don't know if Bogey made a 3. I can't remember top of my head.
No, he did not.
But he did a great job of making moves in the lane and the paint. You could tell they worked on that. That's credit to him. And
yes.
He's a really good player. He's a matchup nightmare because he's 6'4", can hit that shot, and still there in the lane over the top of you a little bit. So, I mean, to their credit, he was a great player, made some great plays for him, you know. And Miller steps up, gets 10 or 11 in the first half, too. So we kind of took away some stuff. And against North Linn, you got to pick your poison a little bit. And they kind of hurt us with some of those guys making stuff that we kind of, I don't want to say we gave it to them, but they they took advantage of our game plan a little bit, which is what good teams do.
And your two offensive leaders, Huffman and Roush, were there like they have been most of the year. 18 points on the night for both of them, as you'll say goodbye to the 7 seniors that you'll say goodbye to from this team here. And they led the way offensively like they usually do.
They're great players. Harris is an all-state player. Reed went from a 6-man to having to step into a huge role this year, especially when Harris got hurt. He went from 6-man to leading man, and he did nothing but keep us in games and bust his butt as hard as he could. And same thing tonight. We made a couple shots. They kept us in it when we needed big buckets. And, our younger guys, this is a great game for them, too. They got a little baptism by fire this year. The growth we see from this team is as much growth as I've seen from a team that we've had in my time here. I know I had a couple good looks that some of those guys want to get back and take your chance on shooting them, but all we can say is we executed enough to give ourselves a chance, and those two guys led us to do that, and that's all we ask of. Give yourself a chance in a game like this, and you did it, and you walk out with their heads up high.
Well, that's the thing that I noticed throughout that thing. First quarter, I had you down for 5 of your 11 turnovers, and it just kind of set the tone early, but yet it would have been real easy to just roll over and let that steamroller come, but your kids said, no, we're not going to do that. And they just kept doing little things. They get down by 11. Next thing you know, it's back to 4, and they kind of kept making those runs. And a great team effort, and you had a great crowd here tonight to play to.
Great environment, awesome atmosphere for our guys. Hopefully they remember this. You can't get a better high school atmosphere than what we had here tonight. And you hit on the head. Those 5 turnovers early, and starts are key. You can't get behind. We started the first quarter a little rough, and the third quarter got us. And that was kind of the same way they get in the Beckman game too. And some of it was being a little rush. Again, you can't really simulate what they do. We 7-on-5, 8-on-5 as much as we can, but you can't simulate that speed and what they do unless you're right there in person with it. And but we fought back. We didn't let them make the big run to go up by 15 or 20. If they get a 15 or 20-point lead on you early, it's done. You've got to run a clock in the second half. And so our guys fought back. And so we're right there, 5 points, 6 points. And so we told the guys, sometimes basketball comes down to, making a shot or two and then missing a shot or two. And that's really what happened. And to our guys' credit, we fought. We fought. And they're a little better tonight. That's just tip your hat to them.
Exactly. And I got to mention this to you. I didn't get a chance to see you pregame. I was at the front door when you guys came off the bus, and I held the door open for you guys. And every one of your players, thank you. Awesome. So to me, that says a lot about your program and what you do with these kids. They're great kids, but I tell you what, they're going to be great kids off the court because I was super impressed with every one of your kids.
I appreciate that. And it can be tough too, especially seniors. You get frustrated in your game. We just different boys. And they told them, this is about basketball, but the whole idea of the season is a little bit better basketball, but hopefully get yourself a lot better at life later on. And these guys do that. And it's easy for us to do that too. We had a time earlier in the year where we had lost a bad game. Harris had just come back. It was we were down a little bit. We had to have a big heart-to-heart talk, and the way they responded from that point on, if you had scripted out, you couldn't have scripted any better. And so I said, I told them in the locker room, I'm as proud of this group. I feel as good about this season as any year, including last year's group. It obviously was a phenomenal season, won the championship. But if you look at growth and response and dealing with things, this group knocked out of the park.
Teaching a classy example, no surprise with you, so congratulations with that. You say goodbye to those 7 seniors, and now you reset the table. These underclassmen, another good experience trip here to a sub-state game, and they take that in the offseason with them to give them motivation to get better.
Absolutely. Hope there's a little fire in them now, a little hunger in them now. These guys showed them how we do this. We had to learn a little bit on the fly in the season, and now they've been through it. Now they know skill gaps. Now they understand how hard you got to play, and these young guys, a lot of them got minutes this year. A lot of them had a great experience, and so we're excited. It's just we'll go back to work and do what we do to try to get better.
Absolutely. All right, appreciate your time as always.
Thanks,
Congrats
guys.
on the season this year.
Appreciate it.
Jake Brindle, the head coach of the Cascade Cougars, here on the post game as we continue along with Mike Hilmer. Thank you to Jake for his time, and Mike Hilmer will come on in here as Mike Hilmer, the 20th year head coach of the Northland Lynx, as his team getting back to the state tournament for the 3rd year in a row, as they get the win here tonight, 59-47. And kind of the game plan, the tempo that you expected coming out here against Cascade again, kind of did the same things that Beckman did with you, kind of slow it down at times, but your kids persevered. You fought. It wasn't easy at times, but you made your way through it. One big change early on for Cascade, and Jake Hilmer with another good night for him, 29 points, ho-hum, as he's used to putting up those kind of numbers. But what an effort by your kids here. Challenge again for the second night in a row, and opposition keeping in 50 points, but able to get another win.
Yeah, we're real proud of our kids. We talked about it all week that, we're probably not going to score 80 points, so we got to hold them down in the 40s and have a chance. And, I really thought I don't know if you noticed, but we played a little bit of zone today, and we pulled it out for a while today. Two things we don't normally do. So the ironic part is I'm highly in favor of a shot clock, and I'm standing out there holding on to the basketball. So there's a perfect good reason right there why you should have a shot clock.
And you took 2 pages out of the Cascade book against them and did those 2 things against them here tonight. And I thought Trevor Bogey was very important in the offense tonight. 11 points for him. Coach Brindle mentioned that. He was just very good at taking advantage of the gaps inside, cutting to the basket, going aggressive, and he did a nice job. Very noticeable inside. And Austin Hilmer had a great first half, 11 points in there. He was taking advantage of the post play inside and getting some of those baskets and getting to the free throw line and knocking it down. So he made 5 free throws in that first half.
Yeah, we knew our post players were going to have to do something in the high post to win this game because you can't cover all our perimeter guys in the high post all at the same time. And we thought both those post players played really well. And Carter Johnson did a nice job. He didn't have to play in the high post, but he did a great job rebounding down low and playing defense. And, it's such a rewarding thing to see our team game after game because you don't know who's going to score. Jake's going to probably score some points, but everybody else is going to chip in on defense. Somebody's going to be the leading rebounder. Somebody's going to be the second, third leading scorer. Somebody's going to come up with a big play. And it's just amazing, to me, how much it changes each game. Who'd have thought David Siebert scores 0 and we'd win by 12? It just doesn't add up, but it's because our kids don't care. They want to win the basketball game. They do what it takes. So very, very proud of our 4 seniors. They're going to cap off 3 straight years where the only time they've lost in 3 consecutive years will be at the state tournament, and hopefully it isn't going to be again, but it's just crazy that they've run it all the way to the state tournament undefeated for 3 straight years.
99-4 record, not a regular season loss in there, and try to get 100 at the state tournament. The same record of yourself and your father, Bob Hilmer, as the co-head coaches at North Linn the past 4 years as well, coincidentally.
Two things that impressed me tonight is you created 5 turnovers in the first half, probably got almost half your points in that first quarter, and then I only had you for 1 turnover, and that was about halfway through the fourth quarter. You could play a game with 1 turnover. You're going to win almost every one of those games only with 1 turnover. That's a credit to all your ball handling and all that, because that's a tough defense you face tonight.
Yeah, and you're absolutely right. We talked about that. We had 12 turnovers, I believe, against Beckman, and for us, that's a normal amount, but for us, we're usually around 8 or 9, and Jake had 6, and Jake came right home and goes, man, I got to play better, and I said, we all got to play better, and I thought just exactly what you said. Our kids in the high post didn't turn it over trying to kick it out or panic. Our kids on the perimeter didn't panic, and I thought they did an outstanding job handling the ball. And, again, everybody that got in there chipped in and did some positive things for us.
And these were 2 great games for you in order to get you prepared for the state tournament. You're probably not going to score 80 points. You're going to have to go down there and, like you said, score 50 and keep them in the 40s. So 2 great games in preparation for Des Moines.
Yep. And the other thing is, and a lot of people don't know this, but, this court is 94 feet compared to a high school court of 84, and at state it's 94. So it was good to get on the big court. And that's one of the reasons you don't score 100 down at state, too, because you got a lot further to go to get each basket and to hold the teams down. So we're very, very fortunate. We've been up here to West Delaware, I think, 3 different sub-states, and now we've won 2. So I'm just so proud of the kids. I was thinking about it all day. If it ends, what am I going to say? How am I going to say it? And I'm pretty sure I'd probably still be in the locker room crying if we wouldn't have won the game. So just a real big tribute to our senior leadership and the kids filling in with them.
The first time getting it done in Class 2A, as you'll get to go to the 2A state tournament for the first time coming up in 2 weeks as the 59-47 win. And these kids are used to being at state, so you don't have to worry about getting used to that atmosphere. They've been there the last couple of years. It'll be a different bracket, some different teams you'll see this year, but it'll be state basketball, and you'll either open up on Monday afternoon or at night on Monday the 4th, or early on at 9:30 morning. My vote is not another 9:30 game like we had last year.
I'll agree with that.
Thank you. That just puts my routine all on. I'd rather have an 8:15 at night game. But so we'll try to work on that with the seedings. They'll come out later on tonight or early tomorrow morning. But getting ready for the state tournament, what is that seeding process? Is it the same as the last couple of years? Are they going to the coaches see them again?
Yeah, what happens is we have a conference call, which is usually Monday, but there's going to be some teams that haven't played yet. I think there's even a game on Tuesday, so it'll probably be Wednesday morning. Yeah. Everybody kind of gives their case, and then you send in your top 7. You exclude yourself from that, and then they come up with a ranking system. And, you know, I want to give a shout-out tonight, too, to Prince of Peace and Alburnett. Both made it to the state tournament.
Going there next.
You know, I've heard over and over, you know, gosh, if they'd split our conference up, and I think we could have had another one there if they'd have split them up even better. So I'm very proud of those teams. I'm proud of our conference. A lot of people, we get tired of hearing your Tri-River is good. Well, we are Tri-River is good because Tri-River is good. We're also 2A good now instead of just 1A good, so we're feeling real good about that. But we've had, I think, 3 girls teams and 3 boys teams out of the Tri-Rivers going to the state tournament. That's pretty impressive.
How about Alburnett? Coach Christopherson and company getting it done, their first ever trip to the state tournament, 60-54 overtime win over Waco tonight.
You know, I love Jeff. I've coached with him a long, long time, and when you scout other teams, you kind of, and I'm sure it's the same way when you sit in the bleachers and listen to the people, what they say about me, but, you know, sometimes he gets some undue criticism, and I always have thought he's a very good coach. And, you know, he's obviously proven it. He's got them down to the state tournament. And you know what? They'll be a force to reckon with down there, so will Prince of Peace. Hopefully, they don't have to play each other first round like us and Edco did last year.
Yeah. All right. Congratulations. We'll see you down the road. We'll get ready for more state tournament coverage. We'll see you for the girls' games down there next week, I'm sure, as well. And thank you, as always. Congratulations once again.
All right. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Mike Kilmer, the fine head coach of the Northland Lynx, as they get the victory here tonight as the Lynx going back to the state tournament. And now in 14 games, 10-4 is the record. Cascade has this series lead 10-4, but Northland getting the latest one. There's only one postseason game besides this one. Came back on February 19th at 2007. It was a 39-32 win for Cascade as they've won 11 the 14. They've won 10 out of the 14 games. And Northland getting the win here tonight. They stay unbeaten at 23-0. As one of 3 teams unbeaten in the state of Iowa, with Ankeny Christian in 1A at 23-0, Clear Lake at 22-0 in Class 3A. And that is going to wrap it up here as our state tournament schedule will be next. Girls next week, and in boys in 2 weeks. So our regular season is in the books here. Now to the state tournaments coming up. And Billy, it goes by fast, and here we are getting ready for state tournament basketball. I should say I misspoke with that.
There you go. There we go. I was going to correct you. Yeah, I'm saying, no.
We can't forget about our sub-state contest. Of course, West Delaware boys basketball. We still have one more game before the state tournament with West Delaware boys sub-state basketball coming up on Monday night at 6:30 as the Hawks will take on the Knights of Davenport Assumption. Monday night at the South Center. Bill Logan and I will be there for all of the action. That should be a heck of a game as Hawks will have a challenge with Davenport Assumption as Davenport Assumption coming up on Monday night at the South Center. So we look forward to that one, Billy.
Yeah, it's going to be an outstanding one. I did just about a 10-minute look at Assumption numbers today, and they're a lot like West Delaware. They got 2 scorers in double figures, and then everybody else is down under 5. So it could be 2 teams kind of mirroring each other, playing each other. They're big guys. They're leading scorer and leading rebounder. Same way as the Hawks. So I look for a really, really nice game down there Monday night and a great opportunity for the Hawks.
Lynx get the win, 59-47. We check the scoreboard also in Class 2A tonight. Dyke New Hartford going back to the state tournament as they beat up on Madrid 81-53. It was Iowa City Regina all over Comanche tonight, 69-44. Regina heading back to state. South Hamilton of Jewel 63, New Hampton 31. Van Meter beats Pella Christian 48-46. As in Class 1A, we told you about Alburnett getting the win over Waco of Wayland 60-54 in overtime. Grandview Christian beats Mormon Trail 87-68. It was Montezuma 64, Grundy Center 55. Clinton Prince of Peace, the third Tri-Rivers Conference team, getting in 63-60. So those are all the 1A and 2A sub-state games tonight. Monday and Tuesday will come up. More of them, and then so we'll know the pairings not until Wednesday for the 2019 boys state basketball tournament. And that does it here tonight. Congratulations once again to Cascade on a fine season, ending at 15-7 and 22nd in 22 games. And in their 23rd game, Northland picks up their 23rd win, 23-0, 99-4 in the past 4 years for Northland as they move on to the Class 2A state tournament for the first time ever. For Dan Cassett, for Bill Logan, for my statistician tonight, Tom Swisher, John Swisher saying thank you to in-studio producer Rob Edwards as well. Congratulations to Northland going back to the state boys basketball tournament. That does it tonight for Manchester. Have a safe and good rest of your Saturday night. So long, everybody, from Seedorf Gymnasium.
When time isn't on your side, pick up some Godfather's Pizza at Quick and Handy. Try their new large slice and dice pepperoni with 3 different cuts of pepperoni for just $13. Add an order of large cheese sticks for just $2. Quick and Handy at the intersection of 13th